Tiffany, a 13-year-old Taiwanese-American girl, was spending her summer in Tainan with her grandmother. It wasn't just a vacation. It was an adventure filled with learning Chinese, discovering traditions, and tasting incredible food. One morning, Grandma smiled at Tiffany and said, "Today, you're going to learn the history behind one of Tainan's most famous dishes, oyster omelet." Tiffany's eyes lit up. She loved Taiwanese food, but she had never made an oyster omelet before. Grandma chuckled. "Oh no, my dear. This dish has a long history." As they walked through the vibrant streets of Anping, Grandma pointed to a small food stall with a sign that read, "Oh, family oyster omelet, since 1961. Grandma explained, long ago, this dish was called Jian Shi Zhui. People were poor, so they used sweet potato starch and water to make a batter, adding vegetables to create a filling meal. Tiffany listened closely as Grandma continued. During the 1661 battle, when Koxinga fought the Dutch soldiers hid all the rice. To survive, Koxinga's troops mixed sweet potato starch with fresh oysters and cooked them over fire. Tiffany's mouth dropped open. Wait, so this dish is part of history? Grandma nodded. And today you're going to make it yourself. Back at home, Tiffany was excited to start cooking. Grandma handed her a basket of fresh oysters, some bok choy, and bean sprouts. First, let's prepare our ingredients, Grandma instructed. Tiffany carefully followed each step, feeling like a real chef. She mixed the batter ingredients, let it rest, washed and drained the oysters, and chopped the vegetables into smaller pieces. She heated oil in a pan and gently placed the oysters in, watching them sizzle. The smell of the sea filled the air. She stirred the batter and poured 2 spoonfuls into the pan, watching it spread into a golden layer. Now let's make it crispy, Grandma said, instructing her to drizzle some oil along the edges. Once the batter turned slightly translucent, Tiffany cracked an egg over it. She then added bean sprouts and bok choy, covering the pan for a minute to let the steam cook the vegetables. Now, the final test, flipping, Grandma said. Tiffany carefully slid her spatula under the omelet and flipped it over. The bottom was golden and crispy. She grinned. "Grandma, I did it." Tiffany placed the omelet on a plate and drizzled the special sweet salty Tainan sauce over the top. She took a bite. The crispy edges, the chewy batter, the fresh oysters, and the savory sauce created an explosion of flavors. "Wow, this is the best oyster omelet ever," she exclaimed. Grandma laughed. "Of course, because you made it yourself." Tiffany felt proud. Not only had she cooked an authentic Tainan dish, but she had also learned a piece of history. Looking at her masterpiece, she smiled. "Next time, I'm teaching Mom and Dad how to make this."